What is going on, everybody?
Hello.
It is Pixel Partners here, and welcome back to Professor Layton vs. Phoenix Wright. When we left off, we are now in trial, trying to defend Maya Fey. What a fucking surprise there!
Yeah.
But it is for
even in another world, she can't escape being framed for murder.
No, but it's for the surprise murder of Professor Layton himself.
Yeah.
Herschel Layton turned into gold. He then fell over and his arm fell off.
And so Luke is one of the witnesses.
Now, I'm gonna say, if Professor Layton comes back, I'm okay with that. But he better not have his fucking arm anymore. Because that fell off and you can't fix that with a simple, let me see if I can reverse the spell. That arm fell off. That thing can turn back to normal, but then it's just gonna start pouring blood, baby. just you better have it be logistical if you bring him back, okay?
Logistical?
Yeah.
Is that a
that is a word. That is a version of logistics.
Weird.
You ever heard of a logistical nightmare?
No.
That's most highways in the US. Anyways.
You're such a nerd.
We went through all their testimonies. When we went through Miss Primstone's, we got an update on the positioning of everyone in the floor plan. Hey, we have the behind the painting. It was just
also, the way. Why do all witches' scepters apparently look the same?
They get it from it's easier to get it wholesale, dude. It was all bought in bulk by the Great Vivitch, handed out to witches as she goes along. But yeah, the floor plan was updated to show that Professor Layton was pointing the knife in a certain direction so that they could have seen it. Let me read Primstone's. Had a knife at the there. That's not a contradiction right there. Let me see. I can skip that real quick. Magic spelling them before I heard the staff fall on the floor. Okay. Okay, so it'd be this. Definitely was not face to face apparently. In fact, it was back to shock. So take that, Luke. Luke, you said that you will only believe what you see with your own eyes.
What if you saw wrong?
But what you think you saw may not be the whole truth.
Huh? What do you mean?
Take a close look at the sketch of the crime scene. At the time of the incident, Professor Layton and Maya were standing here. Now, we have learned from Miss Primstone's testimony which way the professor was facing. He was facing this way.
Oh.
You have testified that the professor confronted Maya face to face. But looking at the sketch of where they were standing, one thing is clear. There's a contradiction in your testimony.
What? He's so tiny.
At least you can see over that one.
Yeah.
Whether they were facing each other or not is of no relevance whatsoever. They were the only ones in that room. One was a victim, thus the other one must be the witch. Objection. I will ask you to wait before jumping to conclusions, Inquisitor.
Oh. Think
back to Miss Primstone's testimony. She told us that the professor was pointing a knife at someone threateningly. However, you can see in the sketch that he wasn't threatening Maya. So then, who was he pointing the knife at?
Oh.
Luke, what is it?
The professor would never point a knife at anyone. I was the one who opened the door to that room, so I was the first witness and I saw no knife. Miss Primstone's testimony is not reliable. Oh dearie me, will you look at this child sputtering nonsense and talking badly of his elders? Inquisitor Barnum?
Yes, my lord, they're all fucking wild, I know, but yes, what is it?
Should pose no difficulty to verify whether or not the victim had a knife. After all, that sparkling golden body of his had been found at the scene of the crime, has it not?
Actually, it disappeared. Indeed it has, my lord. Court attendants, you heard the judge. Bring the victim into the courtroom.
Oh.
Seems like they're going to bring the golden statue. Yeah. Luke, just bend down like a little bit. You just gotta move like 2 inches to lose sight of this.
Professor? Oh.
Look away. But that's a pimpin' statue, though.
Stop.
Anyways. Yeah, we kind of, there's an important part that's missing.
Look at that!
Did it get damaged in transit?
Professor! Professor!
So this is the power of the gold transmutation spell. Most spectacular. It looks like a work of the finest artisans.
Yeah, because it's fucking actually, it's a person. Dick.
Wow.
I assure you it is the work of no artisans, my lord. By the way, the missing arm has not yet been found.
I can't believe this! Professor!
I suppose we should add the victim to the evidence.
Poor professor who, while searching for evidence, became evidence.
Oh! Does that mean he found himself?
I do hope so.
Oh.
I found myself long ago, through puzzles.
Oh my god.
This is unfortunate. I thought the evidence would be as good as gold.
I died how I lived, becoming a puzzle.
But although it technically is, we are still no closer to determining whether or not the victim was holding a knife.
Let me speak, please!
Maya?
The professor didn't have a knife, and also, there was another person in that room. The real witch was there too. Please believe me.
Accused, do I really need to warn you again? Inside the cage you are to behave like a bird that has forgotten its song. Speak again and you shall be punished. Are you in a particular hurry to taste the flames of justice, little bird?
Objection. Jesus, poor Maya.
You better shut your fucking mouth, but it's true that someone else could have been at the crime scene. Look at the sketch. Look at this sketch.
Oh no.
The victim was facing towards someone and that person wasn't Maya. So Blue Knight, your ignorance is no longer even a surprise. Huh?
Ha.
You do not know what transpired at the crime scene.
Ha.
You think this man was pointing at another person, you say? Let me tell you this. Nearly everyone in this court other than you knows what Sir Hat was pointing at.
What?
Well, honorable witnesses? Is that not so?
I am EMEER Punsenbargai the First, not I. Love me some gossip and stories of the occult.
Elusive like mist, the magical beast. Its chilling breath brings a bad day.
Oh dearie, dearie me. You could use some education, Blue Knight. I can offer you private tuition, but it will not come cheap. The professor wasn't confronting Maya.
Witnesses, you will now testify.
Let me just double check to see if my brain thought is correct. Maybe it's because I was gonna say maybe it was Phoenix, because I don't know if I knew Phoenix was on the side that the knife was pointing towards, but that's kind of far away, so
yeah.
I don't know if that's quite it. But let's see if they saw something we didn't.
Whoa, got me mid-yawn.
Tell us all about this other presence at the crime scene.
Oh no.
He ain't gonna last much
Oh
longer.
no.
Oh shit.
It's the strong stuff.
We all know what happened to that alchemist, so this case is no mystery.
Same place, same magic trick. This time her luck ran out and she dropped that magic scepter.
The truth obscured by a twisted ruse. The witches couldn't vanish, but it did confuse.
The witches? There's one witch. It happened because the professor unraveled the mystery behind all these witches.
The same magic trick was used? They're referring to an incident from 3 months ago. Much like this incident, a man lost his life to witchcraft in that very room.
It was the master of that residence, Sir Newton Belduke, the alchemist. He suffered death by strangulation. Finger marks were left on his neck.
Alright, that has me real sus of the fucking painting. Because it's right there.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm very curious if, like, whatever this fourth spell is, like, allows you to...
Also, how is that magic if finger marks were found on his neck and he was strangled?
It's because of it being a locked room mystery and no one can think in this time period of how to solve anything like that. But what if the fourth spell is supposed to give someone the ability to like pass through walls and solid objects? Because that's the only thing I can think of to make that make sense in a way.
It allows you to pass through something that's green.
It has to be specifically green.
That's why it's painted green.
It has to be forest green.
Yeah.
He locked himself in his study and the key was still in his pocket.
In other words, no one could have entered that room.
The perpetrator disappeared from a locked room. Just like in this case. Water and powdered medicine was spilled all over the floor. Or split. Powdered medicine?
Sir Belduke was an alchemist. He possessed various medicinal concoctions.
Cocaine?
That's what I said! Due to the presence of that powder.
Due to the presence of that powder, had anyone entered that room, clear footprints would have remained. Yet there were none. I do apologize about that.
How does it feel? How does it feel? That's the kind of mystery that the professor would have loved to solve.
As there were two unnatural circumstances to Sir Belduke's death, the culprit's disappearance from a locked room, and the fact that they appeared not to have walked on the floor. It's almost as if they flew away.
In other words, it couldn't have been the EMEER magic that was used in my case the other day.
Seems like the killer levitated above the floor. Strange. Strangled Belduke. Strangled Belduke and vanished into thin air. Alright, thank you for that, Espella. Keep looking through the book.
Ow.
But
why did you have to do that?
Because it's for the presentation for the audience.
It hurt my ear.
I am sorry, but what does that have to do with this trial? It's been 3 months since that murder. Despite that, we still haven't been able to find the witch responsible. But now, having eluded us for so long, the witch has finally been brought before this court. We will have justice. But what? No, wait, now he thinks Maya killed the alchemist too. We weren't even here back then. It's not like I can explain that to him.
Nope.
Well, I want you to interrogate the witnesses, excuse me. Oh god. Aren't you aware of the connection between the two murders? Objection! You can't be serious. 3 months ago, we weren't even...
Defender, you may interrogate the witnesses. May their testimonies lead us to the truth.
Oh. My man's about to pass out soon. Don't worry, we'll get to you first, buddy. We don't know what happens.
His constitution is
You're talking about Mr. Belduke's murder, which took place in a locked room.
Yeah, a real shocker, alright. Everyone was talking about it. People don't say this out loud, but you know, you're thinking it too, eh?
I don't have the faintest idea what you're talking about.
Ain't it clear as day? He was an alchemist! An alchemist! Alchemist just like magic, ain't it? Sir Belduke was a man. Only a woman can be a witch. What's more, witchcraft has nothing to do with alchemy. They're different, somehow.
Alchemy is the mysterious art of manipulating the forces of nature. Or so it is said.
Well, that sounds a lot like magic to me. Alchemy is incomprehensible to regular people. It's all magic, really. And you know, a couple of days before the witch got him, there was that lightning that struck.
Lightning?
He's gone.
Very, very frightening.
Glad you're asking, because I like telling that one.
Bruh.
He's gone.
All of a sudden, like a bolt from the blue sky, there was this bolt from the sky. It only wasn't blue. The sky lit up and turned blood red, and then out of nowhere, an old-looking bell tower appeared in a burst of flames. Makes you realize Mother Nature's pretty powerful stuff, hey?
Oh my god.
Gulp, gulp, gulp. You're straight off the topic at hand, witness. This is a courthouse, not an inn. Save your thrilling stories for later.
This is not a tavern. Same place, same magic trick,
Yeah,
same
recommend that. Would you care to elaborate on that, Miss Primstone?
You could say I am a scholar, and my knowledge is vast and diverse. I know a thing or two about witchcraft.
Because you're a witch. Anyways.
Therefore, I have a very good idea of the type of magic that must have been used this time.
And that would be the magic behind this mysterious figure that appeared out of nowhere, glided through the air, and vanished after making the kill.
Indeed, yes. And the witch's scepter confirms my theory. Is it a levitation spell? Is it Wingardium Leviosa?
Good introduction. I'm honored to have studied under an excellent teacher such as yourself, Miss Brimstone. She was his teacher? Actually, I guess that kind of explains a lot. Occult crime analysts have arrived at the same conclusion.
Mr. Wright! I found it! The page about the purple magic gem. The spell's called... I can't see that.
Famalia? F-A-M-A-L-I-A.
Oh,
Famalia.
Famalia. What?
Famalia? Famalia you? Famalia me? What? What does it do? The spell Famalia, bound within this purple gem, is used to summon a familiar.
Oh.
Familiars appear out of nowhere, glide through the air, and vanish when their task is accomplished.
It's a Meeseeks box.
It's a Meeseeks that flies.
They are evil, bloodthirsty spirits used by witches to perform outrageous crimes.
Interesting. Evil spirits? Are you saying that the witch used a familiar to... It is a familiar that took Sir Belduke's life, and has appeared again. Sir Silcat was probably trying to ward off the evil spirit with his knife. What good is a knife against an occult creature? He completed the task given to it by the witch and promptly vanished. Thus bringing us to the conclusion that... Sir Belduke and Sir Hat were both killed by the same witch.
Sir Silk.
Well, what? Bullshit.
What an unexpected turn of events! The two incidents have been shown to be connected, due to the same witch's scepter having been used in both cases.
Alright. There we are. Summons forth a magical familiar from the shadows. Although it possesses a physical form, it is completely weightless.
Huh. Oh, this is terrible. Now Maya's accused of 2 murders.
Oh, dearie, dearie me, I was right, as always. This gruesome murder will be in the next exam. Make sure to take notes. Now I shall divulge what really happened.
We all ears, Miss Primstone.
Teacher's pet.
Are you changing your testimony?
That hat maker was pointing the knife at the witch's familiar.
Okay, you changed your testimony, so I'll press it again. Did you actually see the familiar?
Oh, dearie, dearie me, no, I did not. When that boy opened the door, the familiar just disappeared, and the boy opened the door soon. Had the boy opened the door sooner, no doubt we would have all seen it. If he were my student, I would have made sure to teach him not to dilly-dally.
No, Luke? What's going on, buddy? You really don't like her, do you?
I don't!
Is everything alright, Luke? You seem to be
No.
in deep thought about something.
No, it's not right at all. I am him.
Is there something in Miss Primstone's testimony that you'd like to comment on?
That's what I keep telling you. The professor wouldn't point a knife at anyone.
Dearie, dearie me, what an impertinent child. I'm telling you, I saw a knife. I distinctly saw the glint of a sharp blade.
No, you just saw the glint of his finger that was pointing.
At any rate, as we can see now, the victim's arm is missing. As such, there is no proof that he had a knife. It is but a mere detail, it matters not.
A mere detail? Matters not!
Oh my. Seems the little boy is ready to throw hands with you.
I was just about to say, he's about to throw hands with everyone in this courtroom.
Anyhow, I wonder, where could that missing arm be?
Yeah, that ought to be looked into.
Miss Primstone? Wait, no.
Did you take
You
it?
fucking...
Did he sell it? And that's why he has all that jewelry?
Hold on.
Oh no!
Mister?
No!
Do you have something you'd like to share with us?
Oh no!
Mr. EMEER.
Oh no.
It's Mr. EMEER Butchenbag the first to you, Bluey. The likes of you, Otter. Show some respect to a future man of wealth such as me.
Oh
You seem to be
no.
looking ahead to a future full of newly gained riches.
I can look wherever I bleed and please. Anyway, why you're looking at me like that? I don't know if that golden bloke's tried harm.
Excuse me, Mr. Wright.
Huh? What is it, Isabella?
I may be wrong, but there's something about that man. Wouldn't you say he looks, suspicious?
Really? You telling me? No fucking idea. Never had any idea about that. It's not just you. Everything about him is so shady it makes me want to double check my pockets. Mr. EMEER, stop pretending you don't know anything about the victim's missing arm.
Pretending? I told you I know nothing. Nada, zero, nil. I ain't seen it, or heard about it, or put it in my pocket.
Put it in your pocket?
It wasn't me, honest. Seriously, I've got nothing to do with it.
Objection!
Whoa.
Who the fuck?
EMEER! You lying, cheating, good for nothing, you tried to deceive me!
Oh boy.
Oh shit.
You got someone else coming down from the rafters?
Order! Who is that person?
Oh
They're down here
no,
with
yep.
You wanna know who I am? I'm Pierce the pawnbroker. And this man is a shameless, cheating bum. He had the nerve to lie to me.
What did he lie to you about?
I'll tell you. On the day of the crime, EMEER came to my shop. He walked up to me saying he'd got his hands on a simple work of art, whereas gold dust.
I think I know where this is going. What work of art could it be?
I've got it right here.
Oh my god.
Fucking hell. Just like I thought.
That's...
Oh my.
Professor? It's the professor's arm! You give that back right now!
It's pure gold, exquisitely crafted. It was entitled Towards Tomorrow or something like that. I'd never seen a piece of gold so fine before. And so suspecting nothing, I paid a rascal a rather handsome sum.
Who would have thought? Oh, who would have
Nah.
thought?
And what am I here now? That it was a human arm, no less. You saw a monster. You're as bad as that witch is really herself.
I didn't know it was his arm, I swear. When we saw it, it was already like that.
What do you mean?
I was last at the scene and it caught me eye right away. A golden arm pointing up at the ceiling with such optimism and authority. I thought, it looks like it's showing me the way to a better, brighter, richer tomorrow.
God.
To me, it was a work of art, a precious one at that.
I'm going to fucking punch you.
And then it found its way into your pocket and you pawned it.
You mounted it on a crude stand to give it a tawdry title and pass it off as some kind of a sculpture. Don't try and look away from the truth now.
Darn it! I can look wherever I darn please. I'll look away from the facts and forward to the future. Always look on the bright side. That's EMEER Potionbog's motto.
Oh my god. I'm going to be the next. I'm going to be the next one to commit to crime, Mr. Wright. Can you defend me if I assault this man? Can you make it look like an accident? I know we have like lots of witnesses right
I was gonna
now,
say, that's the hard part.
but like he really needs to be decked.
I mean, I don't know how the non-witch trial system works anymore. I just know of this, the whole death by fire. That's all I know. Basic stuff like that. Then maybe they don't even care. Go
All
for
right.
it. All right.
I don't know if
Anyways,
the mic picked that up, but I cracked my
it
knuckles.
might have.
Where were we now? Ah, yes. The victim's arm has now been successfully reattached by one of our masterful craftsmen.
That's how it works. Yeah.
Knights of the court, you may resume the inquisition.
At least one thing's clear now. I have a sidekick. As everyone can see, the victim definitely wasn't holding a knife.
Oh, dearie me. It seems I may have been mistaken after all. You think? I fucking told you. Like, this is when Luke loses it.
Yeah.
He's gone. He's gone off the deep end. He doesn't have a filter anymore. He swears now. When you think about it, the victim had already been turned to gold when we entered the room.
According to the witness's testimonies, that was the case, yes.
Then I'm sure you'll concede that it was easy to mistake that glittering pointing finger for a knife. That's exactly what I said.
Indeed, the victim's finger has a glint to it, resembling that of a sword's edge.
Just a sense of power and intensity. It's enough to send a shiver down the spine of anyone being pointed at.
No puzzle is a match for the power of the professor's pointing finger.
Guess no one remembers I'm known for pointing like that, too.
I think your pointing finger makes quite an impression too, Mr. Wright.
Gee, thanks.
Oh.
She's just taking pity on me, though.
Is that all you had to say, Sir Blue Knight?
Huh?
As I said before, whether the victim had a knife or not is completely irrelevant.
I mean, he has a point. Has a point.
Yeah, what he said. You better apologize to me now. Badgering me for no reason like that.
Is that all there is to it? Could arm hold some other clues?
We've come this far. Maybe there's something else you can ask about?
He's right. He'd ask some more questions. Well then, Mr. EMEER? Perhaps you could tell me one more thing about
This
that
music. Just looking at the professor, who is seemingly dead, with this music playing in the background, is a little,
It's a little awkward.
Yeah.
But, I'm gonna ask where was it lying? You found the arm on the floor, pointing upwards, you said.
Yeah, I did. Finders keepers, I say. It was pointing straight up at the ceiling.
The arm somehow happened to fall down in such a way that it landed upright.
What are the odds of that? Actually, that reminds me of a puzzle.
Oh, the bread!
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, if you could just show us on this floor plan here, I'd like to know the exact spot where you found the victim's arm.
Sure, I remember that well. It was the turning point of my life, anyway. It was right here.
Huh. It's ass backwards.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. As we would expect it to have fallen.
Really?
Well, not if the testimony earlier was correct, but... now, if that's where it was, then something's definitely not right.
You keep looking at that sketch so intensely, you shall burn a hole in it. Or perhaps you're going to claim that there's a contradiction in it somewhere?
This arm was the final clue left by the professor. Even after turning to gold, he was pointing out something important. Maybe the key to solving this case.
Well, Defender, do you see any problems in the locations as marked on the sketch?
Yes.
Pretty sure there's a problem. Of course there is a problem.
And what would that be precisely?
The professor's arm has armed me with some vital evidence.
Oh my god.
Its location leads to a huge contradiction.
Ends. Two very different things, leading and ending.
In that case, why don't you enlighten us and show us this so-called contradiction?
Fuck.
What contradiction does the victim's harm create?
Huh.
I'll be real with you. Just because there's a few things I don't know where they're going with, because obviously follow what Miss Primstone said earlier, Professor Layton was turned towards the right-hand wall over here, so his hand being over here would be a contradiction. But what if this is one of those cases where they throw it away, and as they're saying here, Layton's kind of pointing at something that itself could be a contradiction. So I'm going to use a hint coin.
Okay.
Just so it narrows down where we...
Oh.
Okay. I
What?
guess we'll just go ahead and point at the staff.
That's incriminating.
I'll just point at the staff, I guess.
Got it.
The contradiction is right here.
And this is the witch's scepter?
Let's go over the order of events, as per witnesses' testimonies. And we'll go over those order of events next time.
This is something.
Listen, at least we have this shiny, nice man beside us to help cheer us on and point in the way of destiny.
I guess.
And constantly intimidate the Inquisitor.
Yeah.
Just constantly staring directly at him.
That poker face.
With that pointer finger out. Yeah, you're doing good, Layton. Even if you may be dead. Sorry about that, buddy.